All right, everyone, feel free to put your videos on. It would be great to see you. And welcome to this informational webinar. Nice to see you, Poonam, and you're also in red, which is great. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Hi,
Okay.
hi to the entire IBS team.
Hello.
Hi, Poonam.
Hi, hi.
Or if you just tell me when it's time to start, because my clock is not being seen now. Shall we start?
Yeah, it's 4:02. Maybe for a minute more we can wait.
Okay, okay. We just wait for a couple of minutes. Okay, great. So we are recording this meeting. Thank you, Karthik. Welcome. And it will be there on the home page as well as on the YIM 2024 meeting page. For anyone who misses any part of it, it will always be available.
I think we can start, Karishma. We have
Sure,
15
sounds
minutes.
good. Sounds excellent. Excellent. Thank you, Arushi. All right, welcome everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to this 16th YIM informational webinar. This is our chance to tell you about YIM 2024 and your chance to get any questions, comments clarified with us here. And we look forward to taking you through what we have lined up for YIM 2024 in anticipation of your applications. So YIM 2024 has been announced. It's going to be in Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. This is the meeting page, the web page. So you can just note that or take a screenshot. And today is an informational webinar to give you more information about this flagship event at India BioScience. So the team, the India BioScience team behind YIM 2024 is us. And you'll see at the end of our of this presentation of the behind the scenes photos and the amount of work that goes into YIM even before we've announced YIM. So that's us, and you can see all of us here: Ankita, Arushi, Manjula, Shweta, and Vijeta will probably join shortly. So that's us. Get in touch with us anytime for queries and questions. YIMs are always organized with co-organizers who are young investigators from within our community. And this year, the co-organizers are Lipi, Raghu, and Varun. And Varun is also serving as the local co-organizer because YIM is going to be in partnership with ICER Bhopal. So what is YIM? YIMs are Young Investigator Meetings, a flagship event of India BioScience, bringing young investigators, postdocs, senior scientists, funding representatives, administrators, vice chancellors, deans, directors, all under one roof. And these interactions focus on a career in the life sciences in India, a career in biology in India, but also a vast expanse of career opportunities, professional networking, mentorship for young investigators and postdocs. What's it like to start a research lab, seeking funding? And as you can see, YIMs have rotated across India. They've gone as far as Srinagar to Tiruvananthapuram. There's a gap in central India that we are filling with YIM 2024. So YIM 2024 is going to be in Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh, and will feature some very well-established features of YIMs like special talks, mentor talks, poster sessions, networking, roundtables, and also new features like mini workshops, icebreaker sessions, an exhibit in the box that focuses on public engagement of science, science communication, outreach, undergraduate science education. So there's a good mix of old and new, good mix of what has worked and some new things that we want to introduce with this year. So where is it? So YIM 2024 is going to be between Courtyard Marriott Bhopal and ICER Bhopal. ICER Bhopal is a local co-organizing partner. Day 1, day 3, and the PDF satellite meeting will be at Courtyard, and day 2 will be at ICER Bhopal, which is actually Bhauri Bhopal, about 40-45 minutes away from Courtyard. All right, accommodation will be at Courtyard Marriott on all days, irrespective of whether it's at Courtyard or ICER Bhopal. Okay, so we've put together a program very painstakingly. There's been a lot of behind the scenes work, and we've put together a very an eclectic mix of mentors. So the Indian mentors from India are Abhijit, Andrew, Anandita, Mahalakshmi, Ramre, Ritu from institutes across India. And then we have international mentors, Caesar, Frederick, and Senjuti from Chile, Austria, and Bangladesh, respectively. So we want a good mix of mentors from India, mentors from the Indian subcontinent, for example, Bangladesh, from other countries in the global south, for example, Chile, and the global north, Austria, for example. So we want the conversations to be a healthy mix of what it takes to do science in different settings. Then beyond our mentors, we have our speakers and a wide range of them, as you can see here. We will be having representation from Department of Biotechnology, which is the majority funder. And Dr. Sanjay Mishra, who's a senior advisor, there will also be there to talk about the changing landscape of funding in science and life sciences in India. And then a mix of representatives from interact with them at YIM 2024. Then as the first time in the YIM, I believe so, Manjula can correct me if I'm wrong, we've introduced this mini workshop possibility. And here we have representatives from Science Journalists Association of India, Shakur and Dinsa, who will be conducting a mini workshop for YIs at YIM on how they can engage with science journalism in India. And we have Taylor and Francis, represented by Madhurima, who will conduct a workshop for PDFs on research ethics. So we want to give you something to do there, not just hear people talk, but actually do something and engage and come away with some new learning. All right, so these are the confirmed institute representatives who will be talking at the PDF satellite meeting, who will be pitching 2 PDFs, the opportunities and hiring possibilities at their different institutes. So all of these are confirmed. This will be updated as more representatives confirm. And these are representatives represent this diverse range of institutes. And again, this is going to be updated as the representatives confirm. So this is a work in progress, but we've already got several confirmations, which is very exciting. So how is YIM structured? It's 4.5 days, almost 5 days. It's intense, it's week-long, and we've structured it as first part, which is the young investigator meeting, second part, which is called the PDF satellite meeting or the postdoc fellow satellite meeting. The young investigator meeting is Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So if you apply and get shortlisted as a young investigator, you should be expected to attend all 3 days. Monday, starting from lunch, check-in and lunch, whole half a day of Monday, whole day Tuesday, and then whole day Wednesday. If you apply and are shortlisted as a PDF, you will stay on Thursday and Friday. So the first part is the young investigator part, which will be mentor talks, special talks, workshops, roundtables, networking, etc. The second part is the PDF satellite, which is structured in mainly 2 or 3 parts. One is the representatives pitch their institutes to you. 2 is the PDFs give lightning talks. So they pitch their work to the representatives. And 3 is the PDFs will get a chance to talk to the institute representatives on critical aspects of doing science in India or starting a career in science in India related to funding, startup funding, grants, application process. So we've kept a lot of room for these free-flowing discussions. Also in the first part, the young investigators will present posters. Whereas in the second part, the PDFs will be given a chance to present flash talks or lightning talks. We'll come to questions, if any. So far, any questions, or shall we deep dive a little more into the nitty-gritty of the program? Any burning questions so far?
Yeah, I'm Neha
Yes,
from
Neha.
Ames,
Yes.
Delhi. I just wanted to know about what would be there in the lightning talks of PDF if one has to apply. So, at what criteria he would be, or he or she would be going to apply that they are eligible for YM or PDFs?
No, if you're a PDF, you're eligible for the PDF. Are you a
Pardon?
young investigator? Are you an independent faculty?
Yeah, I'm a
Then you
young
are
investigator. Yeah.
then you are eligible for a young investigator application. Are
Okay,
you within
so
5 years of starting your group?
no, I have completed my PhD. I am
Okay.
a postdoc in Ames.
No, so you're a postdoc.
Yeah,
Then you should apply as a postdoc, correct? And you
as a
can then give
PDF.
a lightning talk. Yes, as a PDF.
Okay, so there would be no poster presentation. And in the lightning talk, is just like a presentation or what?
It is a presentation. Maybe Manjula, you can just give a little more detail. It is a
Yeah.
presentation. That's right.
It is a presentation for 5 minutes wherein you will be pitching your research ideas, how you want to pitch it to a institute director or the hiring, because we get the representation from so many institutes and like a university. So you can pitch your ideas to them in that lightning talk. So you can make use of your like a elevator pitch. How do you share your ideas to an interviewer. So in that way, you can just prepare a presentation. We have put the guidelines in the FAQ section, and you can, we have the template also added to the FAQ section. You can take a look at it.
Great.
And we have shared the pointers, what and all you can include in that presentation. And you can prepare your presentation accordingly. Yeah.
Okay, so
Sounds good.
I'm not eligible for applying for the YIM, young investigator.
Since you are a PDF currently, so you can apply as a PDF,
PDF.
in the PDF category. Yeah.
But you can
And
attend the
when
whole meeting, Neha. The PDF can attend the YIM part.
Part 1, part
Okay.
2. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
But
and
the-
who can apply for
yeah.
young investigator meetings?
So this whole thing is the young investigator meeting. It is in two parts, the YIM part and the PDF part. If you apply as a young investigator, means you are independently running a research group under 5 years of independence. Means you're an assistant professor or scientist D for
Okay,
a Ramalingaswamy
okay.
faculty or Ramanuja. Then you will be expected to stay for the first 3 days. If you apply as a PDF, as a postdoc,
So if my project is as independent project of mine only,
no. The designation is what matters. So
there is
what
no
are you-
designation. It is designation is DHR Young Scientist Fellowship.
Yeah, this is I
It
think
comes
you
under the
email
Young
us for-
Scientist Fellowship.
But is it your own research group?
Yeah, it's my own research project as a principal investigator.
Okay.
As long as you can get an experience letter from your institute saying that you are a young investigator with an independent faculty position under 5 years, that will be counted as young investigator. Because that's
Independent
needed
faculty
in the
position. Faculty position is a permanent position.
Okay, so you send us an email. We'll have to go into the technicalities subsequently.
Yeah, so this is
Okay.
the main question from my side. That's why I've joined the meeting. That what criteria I can apply.
Okay, so let's just look at that in a few slides. Just a minute. Okay. So
Thank
any
you.
more questions at this stage? Okay, then we can move forward to the little more details of what the program looks like, criteria to apply, how to apply, and what to expect after you apply, and so on. So we built out a very, very detailed program. We'll take your question shortly, Archana. A detailed program. It starts on Monday after lunch. So check-in and lunch. Then we hopefully will get someone from DBT to give a keynote talk. We'll then look at our mentor talks, special talks. India Bioscience team members will also talk about their specific areas of work and how you can engage with work at India Bioscience. The evening will be a mixer and dinner. The mixers are really informal, unstructured networking opportunities between YIs, PDFs, mentors, other speakers. So that's day one. I promise you, you'll be tired because you would have also very likely traveled that day. On day two, we start early. Okay, so we will have breakfast at Courtyard because that's where everyone will be staying. And you'll head to ICER Bhopal. We will provide you with local transportation to ICER Bhopal. And then starting 10 a.m. on day two, there'll be mentor talks, special talks, spotlight talks, poster sessions for the YI, which will be just before lunch. The afternoon will be the workshops. We've specifically designed it so that you get to do something after lunch when blood glucose levels are high and you're basking in the Bhopal sun. And then again, the afternoon of special talks, networking. Then we've had a very open panel discussion, an unstructured panel where we have Rashna, Root, Sunando from Bhopal, moderated by Varun, where you just ask your questions about starting and building a research group in India. It's going to be driven by you, the participants. You ask your questions and they've promised to answer anything related to the topic. All right, then International Indian Mentors. Evening will be a campus tour led by Ram from ICER Bhopal. And then we will come back to Courtyard after dinner and a cultural program. All right, so sounds day two looks packed. Yeah. Day 2 definitely looks busy. All right. Okay. Now day 3. We'll start again at 9 and will be structured with mentor talks and special talks. But this day we'll also talk about communication and outreach by members of Team India Bioscience, Manjula, Ankita. And we will also be talking about, have a Science Gallery Bengaluru doing a live exhibit in a box, a public engagement session based on their current exhibition, which is Carbon. Okay, day 3 afternoon will again take on a range of different talks. We've got partners like American Chemical Society, TNQ Technologies, and we'll end with telling you what's the next YIM going to look like, what's the history of YIMs over 15 years, what to look forward to in the year to come from India Bioscience, a mixer and dinner. So at this stage in the evening, all the YIs are expected to stay at this point. We usually provide accommodation for another night. And the next day in the morning, the YIs can leave. Next day in the morning begins the PDF satellite meeting. This is structured very simply, as you can see. Institutional talks, these are confirmed representatives, PDF flashlight talks, institutional talks, PDF talks, and so on. And then an open discussion on startup funding and faculty fellowships in the life sciences in India for PDFs to ask institutional representatives anything. And in the history of YIMS, this has worked very well because at this stage of the meeting, PDFs from all over the world, Indian origin PDFs, have got a lot of questions to ask because they've already spent 3 days talking to other scientists and YIs. So they're brimming with questions on how to get hired, what kind of startup funding, what is the status of faculty fellowships, do you host, what's going on. The second day is pretty similar, except shorter. So institutional talks, PDF talks, live interactions, and then we close the meeting. So on day 5, after lunch, the PDFs will leave. The YIs have already left. Now the PDFs will leave. So the program is pretty well built out. Take a look. I'm sure you'll find something that gets you interested. Now, who can apply? If you're a postdoc fellow from anywhere in the world, including India, you can apply. You should broadly work in life sciences and should be interested in starting a career in India. These are some basic things we will need from you when you apply, because you will be giving a lightning talk. So we also want to take a look at what kind of science you will be presenting. We will closer to the meeting, once you're shortlisted, send more details on what your lightning talk should consist of so that you're most successful at delivery. But there is already a lot of information on the web page. So this is if you're a PDF. There is no how many years you are a PDF. As long as you qualify as a postdoc, you can apply. Now, if you're a young investigator, then you should be in India. You should be an independent young investigator in India within 5 years of starting your independent research group. Now, what does this mean? You could be Scientist D, Assistant Professor, Raman Lingaswamy Fellow, Ramanujan Fellow, DST Inspire Faculty Fellow, any Wellcome Trust Intermediate Fellow, right? But you have to be in India. Young investigators have to be based within the country, working in life sciences, and this is what we'll need from you when you apply. So I hope, Neha, this sort of clarifies your question, but we are very happy to take this over email also. Clarify this even further.
Sure. Now it's clear. The young investigator will be the PDF in the PDF meeting only.
Yes, absolutely. So a short write-up on the research is also needed for young investigators because you will be presenting a poster on day 2 at ICER Bhopal. We sort of want to leave the live talk opportunity to the postdocs who need the job. Okay, so that's for YIs. You can apply. Now, when do you apply? Where do you apply? We apply on our website. The form is on our website in the apply tab, and the link is right below. Start filling. As you fill, you can save. Okay, the deadline is 1st November. It's close. You might want to bookmark that deadline. Things get very busy at the close to the submission deadline. So please don't wait for the last minute. Please apply in time. We certainly cannot deal. The application deadline is 1st November, 11:59 p.m. We cannot be up checking email at 11:58 p.m. So please do apply well in advance. All right. And you can see here some files are also needed in the lower part of the application, like graphical abstract and etc. All of them are mandatory fields and files. So you'll have to fill them all, submit or update application. If you have any questions, please email us at yim2024@indiabioscience.org. Now, once you submit, we will get an automated notification. You will also get a notification. If there's anything missing in your application, we'll get back to you.
And I
Okay,
just wanted
so
to add one point here. So until the deadline, you will be able to edit or update your application form. Once, the deadline is over, you will not be able to, update any information.
absolutely. Thank you, Manjula. That's great. We'll come to the questions shortly, but this is how you will apply. Deadline, as I said, November 1st, midnight. Please don't wait last minute. Please spare us and spare yourself also. Just apply in advance. Okay. It's a very simple form. If you take a look, you know what you need to keep ready. Okay, then what happens after you apply? Well, then we will all sit with the applications and do the massive job of compiling it. And then we have our selection committee comprising team members and our co-organizers. We will look at all the applications. We typically select 40 YIs and 40 PDFs. We are very transparent about this. You'll expect to hear from us by end November. Correct, Manjula? I think that's what we've said. Yes. Now, once you've heard that you're shortlisted, we will send you a round 2 form. This form is not a selection or shortlisting. It's just to get your travel details, arrival day, departure day, and opportunity to apply for the childcare grants, which we'll tell you shortly. And Ankita, who is Program Manager Science Communication, could give you an exciting call to write for our Joey series if you're also shortlisted, right? So not only will you be shortlisted, you will get featured on our website.
Yeah,
I
Karishma,
mean,
can I add?
what's
Yeah.
not to like about this whole package?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Manjula is bringing me back to reality. Yes, Manjula.
No, no. I just wanted to add that, once you fill in your round 2 application, then only your status will be changed to confirmed. So that will be a confirmation from your end that you will be part of the meeting, because we will have the waitlisted applicants as well. So if you do not
Yes.
confirm by then, we will move to the waitlisted applicants. So that's the reason you have to share
Certainly.
all your travel details, everything in the round 2. Then after, we go through all that details and the travel reimbursement for everything you have to fill in. Then we will change the status. You can check in the back end of your website, because you'll have to sign up on the India BiScience website to apply for YIM 2024, and you can check your status there. So yeah.
Sounds good. So we need you to book tickets by mid-December so that we have confirmed you're attending. Otherwise, we'll offer your spot to the next person on the list. Okay, so this sounds good. Now let's go to the nitty-gritty. Okay, what's this going to take from you? What do we offer? Registration, local stay at Marriott, whether it is 3 days or 5 days, depending you're a PDF or a YI, food will be covered by India BioScience. Now travel. For young investigators, since you are in India, we assume you are traveling from India somewhere, say Delhi to Bhopal, Chennai to Bhopal, Pune to Bhopal, whatever. We will reimburse economy airfare, shortest route up to 12,000 Indian rupees. Please book via IRCTC or Bama Lorry. Others will not be reimbursed. And if you have questions, if you're planning to travel by train, what reservation category you're eligible for, please send us an email. We'll send you those details. So up to 12,000 rupees, any destination in India to Bhopal, direct flight, shortest route. Yes, direct flight, shortest route, economy through Bama Lorry, IRCTC. Now, when it comes to PDFs, some of you may be out of India. So then we will cover the domestic leg. So we can, in this YIM, only cover domestic travel. So if you come from London to Delhi, Bhopal, we will cover. The London, Delhi, or Hungary, Delhi, or whatever that leg is, that you will be expected to cover. So we encourage you, we've announced this early, we encourage you to maybe combine it with your annual India trip. If you can do that, that's what we would encourage you to do. Again, we will reimburse up to 12,000 for that local domestic leg. Okay, all right. So any questions on this, please let us know. We'll take questions shortly. Now, when will we reimburse? When you come to YIM, we will take your boarding pass. When you go back, we'll ask you to send the return boarding pass. Shweta is listening very carefully to make sure I'm saying this correctly. And then we will proceed with reimbursement immediately and give us a month. From March 15th to April 15th, we'll need to reimburse 80 people. So please give us a month to process and your reimbursement of 12,000 rupees. Of course, your accommodation and hospitality and registration we are covering. And all of this detail of your travel, we will get in that round 2 form that Manjula spoke of, which is due by mid-December. So mid-December, you should commit that you're going to be there at YIM if you're shortlisted. Okay. Local transportation. See, when you land at Bhopal Airport, Raja Bhoj Airport, it's a domestic airport. There's no international connection. So you'll have to land somewhere else. like Bombay or Delhi or somewhere to get to Bhopal, you can, local transportation you can take care of, because it's really a lot of coordination for us with 80 people landing at different times, especially international attendees. So you can do Uber, Ola, airport taxi. It's a 15-minute distance from the airport, Courtyard Marriott Bhopal. Similarly, while going back, you can make your own arrangements to go from Courtyard to the airport. But on day 2, when we take you to ISET Bhopal, we will provide transport. So that day, we won't just leave you at Courtyard Marriott and say, see you at ISET Bhopal, but we'll very comfortably shuttle you to ISET Bhopal and make sure you come back also. All right, sounds good. But local, we just request you to take care of it because it's a lot of logistics for us. All right, so this year we have started a new feature, India BiScience's childcare grants. As long as you're a parent, you can apply. If you're a young investigator shortlisted for YIM, a PDF shortlisted for YIM, a co-organizer, organizer, mentor, speaker, workshop personnel, resource personnel, anybody can apply for this. We've given all the criteria. The child has to be under 12 years, but we are flexible with this. We'll support up to 15,000 rupees to either bring the child to the meeting, child and caregiver to the meeting, or arrange for childcare at a local site. Of course, the responsibility of ensuring the safety of the child is up to you. But please do apply for this in round 2. We will get back with all this information. If you have any other questions, please let us know. If you have more than one child you want to apply for, apply in the same form. It's not only for mothers attending YIM 2024. Like I said, as long as you're a parent, you can apply. And we strongly encourage all genders to apply if they want to avail of this. Okay, so YIM is supported largely by DBT. India BiScience also has multiple streams of revenue generation through partnerships and programs. And these are all the supporters of YIM 2024. And all of them will be coming to YIM 2024 in some capacity, either a talk, special talk, spotlight talk, workshop, PDF, institutional talk. So you will get a chance to interface with all these partners. If you want to be a part of YIM 2024 through some support options we have, engagement or funding options, your institute, or you want your institute to receive an email to give a PDF satellite meeting talk, your institute director or dean, then you can email us. We will take it forward. You can visit our FAQ page, which is populated painstakingly by Manjula year after year and has compiled questions from 15 YIMs. So please do take a look. Feel free to email us. Co-organizers and all of us are manning that email regularly. And some behind the scenes on what it took to get here. And we've only just started. I mean, the meeting has only been opened for applications. We are nowhere close to even 50% of the work. But this is how our poster was inspired by the Gond art at ISET Bhopal. This is us checking out the venue at ISET Bhopal. Shweta and I posing with kulfi, but not actually eating kulfi. Manjula, Vijeta and Shweta putting together the posters which have been speed post sent to you all. Ankita and Arushi sitting at a restaurant talking about YIM. And this is our art that we purchased from a Gond artist, a tribal artist in Bhopal, and that has gone into making our YIM art. This beautiful art was actually created by a tribal artist for India BiScience. So this is it. We look forward to seeing you at YIM. Our website details have been shared. Many ways to stay in touch with us and know what's happening at India BiScience and YIM. And yeah, follow us for all YIM updates. I think that's it. We will now stop here and take some questions. Thank you for your kind attention. Yes, it's probably longer than I wanted to talk, but thank you. Okay, let's take questions. There is a, Archana. I'm a postdoc. Is this meeting for me if I don't want to make a career in academia in India? Archana, it'd be more useful if you're looking to come back. Because the people coming there, like the institutional representatives, very specifically looking for those looking to start independent research careers in India. It might be more useful for you, but it doesn't have to be academia, but at least if you're looking to come back, that would be interesting. Just to share an anecdote, our former executive director, Shantala, interacted with India BiScience at a YIM and later became a team member. So she didn't take the academia route, but she did build a career in India. I mean, that's not to say that a position at India BiScience is promised if you attend YIM. We are
No,
not, we are
that
not
I
trying to
understand.
convey that.
Yeah. I was just trying to understand whether there will be guidance from the mentors or the India Bioscience team regarding affiliated careers around academia.
Yeah,
And
they
I
will.
see that in your program actually now that you
Yes,
discussed it in more
yes,
detail.
they will. Yes, certainly. So you can apply, sure. Regarding the poster, I think this is, do we present our research work or research plan? Yes, Manjula, you answered that, right? Yes, both. You can present it like introduction, materials, methods, a specific project, or overall research vision is also fine. Yes, okay. Experience letter also, Dhananjay's question, Raghu has answered. Thank you very much, Raghu. The Raghu has answered Venkatraman's question also. Yes. Any other questions? Maya asks, what would be, Vijeta and Manjula, what would be the criteria for shortlisting PDFs? So how has this been done in the past, Vijeta, Manjula?
So it will be based on the motivation to attend the meeting. So the evaluation is done by the organizers of this year's YIM. So they go through all the applications, and they look for your motivation and overall application thought. Like, your thoughts on starting a career in academic, or that would be one of the criteria. And there is a point and also on research statement, right? So that also they'll overall judge based on the applications. Yeah.
Sounds good. So motivation, interest
Yeah.
in starting a research career, what you present in the application. Similarly, Poonam asks for YIs. Again, you have to be under 5 years.
Yeah.
That's for sure, because we want early career investigators. Again, your research vision for your research group, what you expect to make out of the YIM, those are the kind of things. I know there are people who have applied and have not got selected. Just to tell you, it's quite competitive because we have only 40 PDFs and 40 YI slots. And believe it or not, it's an almost all expenses paid conference. Right, I mean, so that's why it is selective. But please do make a strong application. Make sure you really take time to flesh out the research statement, your motivation to apply to come to YIM, your vision to start a career in science in India. Take some time over that.
Hi,
Okay.
can I ask a question?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so how detailed should be this research statement or the future career plans? I mean, like, as like for faculty position, we write it very detailed for the faculty position application. So, a few details, or like what extent, the selection committee is looking in these
In this
section.
the boxes have word limits.
Yeah, that's what I was
So
going to
you'll
say.
have to restrict to that.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
What we're looking at is a paragraph. So
Yeah.
300 words.
Yeah. So
Yeah, for
the
each section.
application
For
will
each
not take
section.
if it is more than that. So the limit is set.
Okay,
You need to write within that.
Yeah.
got it. Okay, thanks.
Yes, certainly. Okay. Any other? So if you've engaged with India Bioscience before, you can write that also in your commitment to start a career in India. How have you started building inroads, building your network? I mean, it's not to accept or reject people. The idea is to bring a cohort that will maximally benefit from the meeting. That's the idea. We do understand that we cannot judge your science. I'm sure that's great. All right. Any other questions? So can we expect some applications from this group here? Any questions about the transportation, travel? Pratik, that's nice. Pratik says we can expect an application. Any questions about that? Yes, Raghu, please go ahead.
I had one question from, they haven't submitted their application yet, but they are like couple and they have a kid. So
Yes.
if they both want to apply and
Yes.
they want to apply for the child care grant,
Yes.
so is that a good possibility for them to apply?
Yes, they can. And again, we are looking at this on a case-by-case basis. In that case, yes, so another thing we must mention that the accommodation is shared for YIs and PDFs. We usually pair 2 YIs together, correct, Manjula? And 2
Yes,
PDFs
yes, yeah,
together.
yeah.
So in the case of a couple, we will provide joint accommodation.
If they get
the couple.
selected, yeah.
Yes, both get selected then.
Okay.
And a childcare grant. Yes, the shared accommodation is really because, limiting factor is the number of rooms you can get in a hotel.
And we have booked at the maximum level. Yeah.
We pretty much book out the whole hotel for YIM till the point they say that we have to keep some corporate rooms for their exigency situations. So we pretty much book 80, 90 rooms. So that is the limitation there. But it's also an opportunity to get to know a colleague. All right. Any other questions? Many people are saying excited to apply, look forward to apply. That's great. Phanendra, another question? Yes. Poonam, another question?
Yeah. So regarding, I read on the YIM website that the senior postdocs will be given preference, but is it anyway, is there any chance also young postdocs, like I have been like only 2 years now, or like 1 year in a different institute and this second year is in another institute. So do I still have a chance, or
yes,
like,
certainly.
Okay, got
certainly.
it. Okay, thanks.
2 years is considered a senior postdoc, and maybe it'll take you a year to get a job and move to India. That's great.
Exactly. Yeah,
That's
this
great.
is what I'm.
That's
yeah,
great.
this is the plan. So yeah, thank you.
This is the right time again for you. Junior postdocs, we mean like now 2 months into the postdoc is too soon to think of moving on. But we know that faculty applications take a year in India for sure. For sure.
Exactly.
Yes.
Great. Thank you.
Certainly.
Thank you.
Welcome. Poonam, yes.
Yeah, so I just wanted to know about the posters for young investigators. I see a lot of discussion in this meeting is more about career building and so on. But the posters are supposed to be the scientific posters, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that we must still carry like the paper posters or something like a hard copy format for these posters.
Yes, exactly. And again, there, Poonam, if you've been a PI for 3 years, you have multiple projects in your research group, you can showcase multiple projects. You can showcase it like a research vision. It doesn't just have to be one project.
Yeah, because we are supposed to give an abstract. I was a little bit confused. Should it be like very broad because lab is running in broader directions, or
correct?
Because you're also asking for a graphical abstract, it can be only limited to a very particular project. So I'm
it's really how
confused.
you want to present it. So even like for a review, we do give a graphical abstract, which is rather broad often. So it depends on how you want to present your research work.
Okay, got it.
So maybe I want to add something here. So graphical abstract you use for the poster also. Correct me if I'm wrong, Vijeta. So that goes in the abstract book. So that's the reason that is asked, Poonam.
That's right. Yeah, the graphical abstract will go in the abstract book.
Sounds good. Okay, then Ankita, maybe we tell them sorry, Vijeta. I didn't know you were saying something.
Can I use this opportunity to also mention that we will not be editing the abstract book, editing the abstracts that we receive. They will be just simply copy pasted in it as such. So if there are any typos or anything that came in the application, they will appear the same way in the abstract book. I just wanted to let let them know.
Please do a good job with that. Yeah. Just proofread it a couple of times because we won't be doing that. We can't edit your science. We don't know what's correct. I mean, we don't want to tamper with that. Correct, Vijeta?
Yes, exactly. That's
Yeah. So if Hawks is written all capital, you write correctly all capital or whatever, however you write it in scientific parlance. Okay. Then Ankita, once they're shortlisted, 80 of them, we also give someone the opportunity to write a Joey feature. So can you just tell us a little about that?
Sorry, Karishma, I just wanted to add here. So the Joey is written by YIs. So generally it will be the journey of a YIs and not 80.
Not so 40. 40.
Yeah, 40.
Okay, thank you.
So once the young investigators are selected for the YIM 2024, we'll be sending out an email thread asking you if you are interested to write for our Journey of Young Investigators meeting. It's an ebook, And every year, the people selected YIs who are attending the YIM, after the meeting, we compile the IR articles into an e-booklet. And if you go to our website, you'll be able to see the JOI compendiums for each YIMs. So once you are selected, we'll be sending you an email thread. If you are interested in writing, you can pitch to us, and then we'll be selecting your pitches, and then we'll be publishing every week one young investigators article leading up to YIM in March next year.
Sounds exciting. We get to be featured. Very nice. Yes, Raghu. Yes.
Yeah, I was asking on behalf of just thinking out loud here. Will there be opportunity for like the past 15 years YIM, someone who participated like way long back, maybe after the meeting or during the meeting for the new YIs to interact with? Are there some plans for that?
Go ahead, Ankita. Yes.
So I didn't get you. You mean for young investigators selected for the YIM in March to interact with the past young investigators?
Yeah, like because we are selecting a very small cohort of people. So do cohort 1 meet with cohort 2, or there is some interaction between the different YIs from the past with the ones who are coming for YIM 2024?
So as such, we do not have a particular, maybe we can have a kind of after YIM, 16th YIM, maybe we can have a YI huddle or YIM huddle of something of the kind.
Something like that.
Maybe, yeah.
We'll call it the after party.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. We've given it a name also, Raghu. Look at that. We get on the job so quickly at India BioScience, but this is a great idea. We will look into this. Yeah. Sort of keep building that community, you know, with new members each time. That's good. Venkatraman, you had a question. Your hand is raised.
Yes. I see that in your application form, it says graphical abstract for the poster and the talk. That's, I'm assuming, the lightning talk. And
Yes.
And when I saw your template for the lightning talk, it describes about the journey of the candidate. And so when we give an abstract, do you want it to be like a science intensive abstract or an individual specific abstract for application? That's my question. How do you expect the abstract to be?
And I think when you're after shortlisting, Manjula, we will do a proper session only for this lightning talk booster to clarify. You know, we'll do one thing before the YIM. But see, in the lightning talk, the abstract should be science. Abstract should be science. But in the lightning talk, to make the other institute representatives excited about you, you could say, I did my postdoc at MIT, then I moved to Broad Institute. No, that's what we mean by career journey.
I see.
Yes, so that will make
them the graphical abstract would be my scientific talk that I'm giving, and we would be presenting posters too.
You're applying as a postdoc? No, it's only talk.
Only the lightning talk. Okay.
Only talk.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome. All right, lots of questions, lots of engagement. Any other questions from postdocs on how you can maximize this opportunity and, you know, maybe put in the best application?
I would like to add one thing here. So for the postdocs, especially, so when they add their CV in the application, so we try to send that to all the directors or institute representatives ahead of time so that they can go through your application. So we prepare. Vijeta is here. She's the one who's been preparing from a couple of years now. So we prepare it in a beautiful way and share it with all the, you know, directors and institute reps so that they can, you know, if they have something in mind in hiring and all, so they can go through them, and during the meeting they can get to meet you in person and discuss. So that's an effort we take it, you know, once you are shortlisted. Yeah,
definitely the institute reps get a chance to see your CV before they see you, and that sort of becomes a nice way to talk to them for PDFs, right? Looking to get jobs. That sounds very exciting. All right, I think we've covered everything.
Yeah, so maybe one more point. So the PDFs who are booking their travel, so maybe they can take care to split the
Yeah,
tickets so that the reimbursement would be easier, because we are not covering the entire travel, right? So it would be great if they can split the tickets, like internal domestic flight like ticket one and the international one, because anyway there is no direct flight to Bhopal, so that would be great if they can take
direct
care of.
international flight. That's right.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, yes. Perfect. It'll also help with the reimbursement being much faster
yeah.
because we are anyway only going to reimburse the domestic sector. Sounds good. Any questions? Does it have to be Air India? I think the conclusion is no, it doesn't have to be Air India. It just has to be through IRCTC or Barmer Lorry.
Yeah, yeah.
You can use a private domestic. Correct, Shweta? Okay.
And
Please
please
book
keep
through
the
IRCTC Barmer Lorry. Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
And I was telling, please keep your boarding pass, so that some people miss it. So accounts department doesn't understand, so it becomes really difficult for us to process your reimbursement. So please
Yes.
take care of that. Yeah.
Any other questions? Email is always there. We could just very quickly wrap up then if no more questions. Thank you so much for coming here and asking these questions and engaging with YIM 2024. We look forward to your applications. So, if no more questions, shall we wrap up? Thank you so much, Ankit. This recording will be posted. Thank you, Dhananjay. Will be posted on our website. So you can share it with your postdoc colleagues at different time zones who couldn't attend today. Thank you, Fanindra. Oh, thank you, Poonam, with all your other colleagues also. So we look forward to your applications very much. Thank you so much. Thanks all.
Thank you all.
I guess, thank you. Arushi, we'll just post the recording. We're good to go then. Thank you. Look forward to seeing you at YIM 2024. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you, Raghu. Take care.